March 3rd.
March 3rd?
Yeah.
All right, we're getting ready to go. Okay, we are calling this meeting of the Hackensack City Council to order. It is Tuesday, February 17th, 2026, 5:30 p.m. If you can read the notice, please.
This meeting is being held in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10-4-6 et sec. Notice having been published according to law with a copy on file in the city clerk's office, a copy posted on the municipal bulletin board.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Mayor Gaines?
Here.
Deputy Mayor Toomey?
Here.
Councilwoman Clark Collins?
Here.
Councilman Carroll?
Here.
And Councilman Diaz.
Okay, thank you. If we can all rise for the flag salute, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. If I can have a motion to approve the minutes of the January 28th, 2026 special meeting and February 3rd, 2026 regular meeting.
I'll offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, I'm going to ask for a resolution to go into executive session to discuss ongoing litigation, matters involving attorney-client privilege, matters involving the purchase, lease, or acquisition of real property, and or any pending or anticipated litigation or contract negotiations. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, sit tight, please. We will be as quick as possible. Get comfortable. Thank you so much.
Good job.
Oh, sorry, you see this? That is new. Nice. You see, there you go. That is new. All right. There we go.
And by the way, that's free.
That's
Come on out.
Okay, welcome back, everyone, or welcome, everyone. We are back, I suppose. So we are out of executive session. Thank you for your patience, for those of you who were waiting. We are continuing on with the docket. We're going to do these proclamations a little bit out of order based on what's on the docket. So the first one that we are going to give is for the 182nd anniversary of Dominican Republic's independence. Yeah, that's right. Whereas on February 27th, 2026, the Dominican Republic is celebrating the anniversary of its independence from Haiti in 1844. And whereas before the Dominican Republic declared its independence, the shared island of Hispaniola had been under Haitian rule for more than 2 decades after centuries of colonialism, first by Spain and then by France. And whereas New Jersey has the second highest population of Dominican Americans in the United States with over 300,000 Dominicans and at least 5,000 Dominicans who call Hackensack their home. And whereas, yes, and whereas we recognize the numerous contributions of Dominican Americans to our great nation, state, and city, who add to the cultural and economic vibrancy of these places, Dominicans are leaders of industry, leaving their impact on music, literature, cuisine, fashion, film, sports, education, government, and politics. And whereas the anniversary of the independence of the Dominican Republic provides an opportunity to recognize the significance of their contributions to the quality and character of life, and through events and activities for all people to gain a greater appreciation of Dominican history and traditions, and of the role Dominicans have played and will continue to play in our society. And whereas the Dominican American community contributes to our nation's economic vitality and culture while maintaining a deep connection with its Dominican roots. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Council of the City of Hackensack that the City of Hackensack commemorate February 27th as Dominican Republic Independence Day. And I'm going to exercise some personal privilege and give this signed copy of this to Councilman Roberto Diaz, who is the city's first Dominican American councilman in the history of Hackensack. So, here we go. Okay, moving on to our next proclamation. Whereas the city of Hackensack has been shaped, sustained, and defined by the vibrant history and integral contributions of Black Americans whose brilliance, leadership, and cultural triumphs are woven into the fabric of our community's identity. And whereas we honor Varick Memorial AME Church, Zion Church on Atlantic Street, the first Black church in Bergen County, organized in 1864 as Olive Branch Colored Mission Number 3, a faith community that began in a humble lime shed on Railroad Avenue, later moved to its current site, growing into a spiritual fortress that has anchored the Third Ward for over 160 years. And whereas the city celebrates its world-class legacy of music and joy, having been the home of James J.T. Taylor, whose journey from the church choirs of Hackensack to lead singer of Kool and the Gang was forged on the foundations of Clay Street, Burdan Place, and the courts of Carver Park, giving the world the universal anthem, Celebration. And whereas we honor our city's place in jazz history as the home of the original Van Gelder Studio on Prospect Avenue, where Thelonious Monk recorded the legendary 1954 composition, Hackensack. And we celebrate the continuation of this legacy through our own Matthew Whitaker, a 2026 Grammy Award winner who carries the Hackensack sound around the world. And whereas the city recognizes the intellectual and diplomatic giants of the Morrow family, including E. Frederick Morrow, the first African American to serve as an executive officer in the White House, and his brother, Ambassador John Howard Morrow, both raised on Berry Street. And whereas we honor their sister, Nellie K. Parker, the first black teacher in Bergen County and the Hackensack Public Schools, who dedicated 42 years to enriching the minds of our youth and whose name continues to grace our halls of learning on Maple Hill Drive. And whereas we celebrate the memory of Lillian Whitaker, the beloved principal of Nellie K. Parker Elementary School and a longtime music director at Mount Olive Baptist Church, a visionary educator for whom Club Way was dedicated to in 2025 to commemorate her nearly 5 decades of service to our city's youth. And whereas we pay tribute to the indomitable Lois Sissy Braithwaite, a fighter for equality who served as president of the Bergen County Community Action Program, BCCAP, and founded the James Street Block Association in 1980 to empower her neighbors through community unity. And whereas we honor the political pioneers of our city, specifically J. Herbert Leverett, the first African-American elected to the Hackensack City Council in 1965, and Marlon Towns Jr., who in 2005 became the first African-American mayor of Hackensack. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the city of Hackensack commemorates the 100th anniversary of Black History Month. And I, Cassine Gaines, mayor of the city of Hackensack, along with the members of the city council, do hereby proclaim February 2026 as a landmark month of pride, excellence, and community celebration in honor of the Black Americans who have shaped our past and the visionaries who continue to inspire our future. Thank you. And I am going to ask for Mayor Towns to please come and receive this proclamation for him to hold on to. I don't know if there's a handheld mic. There might not be. Is there, Frank? I can use this? All right. I'll try. All right. Is this okay, Frank? All right. So we have one more proclamation, and this one's exciting. So proclamation, Office of the Mayor of the City of Hackensack. Whereas Hackensack resident Matthew Whitaker was born in the city in 2001, several months prematurely and with complications, including retinopathy that left him blind. And whereas he overcame these significant hurdles and found a love of music that first began at the young age of 3, when his grandfather gave him a small Yamaha keyboard. Matthew blended his passion for music with his innate talent for perfect pitch and ability to play any piece of music after hearing it once, to begin an inspiring musical journey that has made Hackensack proud. And whereas Matthew is an accomplished pianist, organist, drummer, composer, and arranger who has won the Apollo Theater's Child Stars of Tomorrow competition, been the youngest artist ever endorsed by Hammond Organ at age 13, and was the youngest musician named a Yamaha artist at age 18. And whereas Matthew's story and accomplishments have been featured on national and international radio and television shows, including Today, Ellen, and 60 Minutes, and he has toured both in the United States and abroad on world-renowned stages, including Carnegie Hall, the Kennedy Center, Lincoln Center, major international jazz festivals, and opened for Stevie Wonder at the Apollo Theater. And whereas Matthew has served New Hope Baptist Church of Hackensack's music ministry faithfully for years, first by playing the drums during worship service, and later serving as organist and directing the choir. And whereas Matthew just achieved a historic accomplishment with the 8-Bit Band in winning a Grammy Award for Best Arrangement, Instrumental or A Cappella for Super Mario Praise Break at the 182nd Grammy Awards just a few weeks ago. Now, therefore, be it resolved, Cassine Gaines, Mayor of the City of Hackensack, along with the members of the City Council, do hereby recognize Matthew's exceptional achievements and inspiring journey, along with his continued contribution to our community. Congratulations. And Matthew, if you want to come on down, you're more than welcome. I'm going to give you a microphone if you wanted to say a few words. Just give me 1 second. I'm going to grab the handheld.
No, it has enough
There you go.
wire.
It's all right, I can talk.
All right. You good? All right, I'll hold this one.
Let me hear me. First of all, wow, thank you. Thank you. Good man, good man, good man. Thank you. First of all, to God be the glory for the great things He has done. Yes, praise God. And thank you, Mayor, and thank you, everybody, for your continued support. Thank you, everybody in this room, for your continued support. I always tell people everywhere that I go, I am born and raised in Hackensack, New Jersey, and and so I am, blessed. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I'm honored to receive this proclamation, and thank you so much. God bless all of you. Thank you.
You want to stay right here? Does everyone want to come down for a photo real quick, and then we'll continue on?
We'll do that.
I don't know if he's going to
Unless
stay.
he's gonna go.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Here you go. We're going to stay right here for a photo, and I'm still holding the microphone. Here you go. 1 second. Here, I'm going to come on this side. All right, congratulations again. If you haven't listened to it, it's very good, especially if you grew up on Super Mario. All right, thank you so much, and congratulations again. So moving on to our reports and presentations from professionals and department heads, we are going to ask for Wendy, our Affordable Housing Council, to come forward just to talk a little bit about one of the ordinances that we are introducing for a first read today. If you can just share a little bit about it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor. Yes, on your agenda for tonight for introduction is an ordinance that would regulate the affordable housing units and affirmative marketing for the city of Hackensack. The reason that it is on as a repeal and replace is because as part of all the legislative updates that have been happening over the last year or two, one of them happens to be a whole new update to what's called the Uniform Housing Affordability Control Act, which is UHAC. And so since UHAC has been overhauled, a lot of the citations would have changed. Rather than doing a surgical approach of changing all of the citations, we've taken the state model, myself together with your affordable housing planner, Mike Mistretta, and are recommending it as a full repeal and replace to make sure that all of the statutory requirements and citations have been updated appropriately.
Anyone from the council have any questions?
Thank you, Wendy. No, thank you.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
Wendy.
you.
Thank you. Okay. Just to let everyone know, our city manager is out today, as I'm sure you noticed. So we will skip the city manager's report, but he sends his regrets. I'm sure he wishes he was here with all of us as opposed to where he is. And we are going to move on to public comment on agenda items only. So just to be clear, There are 2 public comment sessions. If you have a public comment on anything that's on the agenda, you are welcome to come forward, state your name and municipality. If you have something that's not on the agenda but you'd like to bring to our attention, please just hold that for the second public comment. Okay, anyone have any, motion to open to the public?
I'll offer. Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Anyone from the public wishing to speak on any agenda items only? Okay, seeing none. Oh, sorry. Yes? You can, sure, you can come on down. Yeah. Yes, please. Just come down and state your name and municipality,
All
please.
right. My name is Frances Bruce. I'm speaking on behalf of Matthew Whitaker. There's an addendum that should be made. Matthew was the youngest musician at age, what was it, Matt? 15? 15. To a Yamaha artist.
Okay.
So he just mentioned it to me, and I said I would mention it.
You got it.
Okay.
We'll make it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mayor and Council, on behalf of the PD, I just want to thank you all for your consideration on advancing our table of organization. This is an important step for the progress of the police department. As Chief of Police, my focus is simple: build a department that's proactive, accountable, and deeply connected to the community that we serve. We're not just responding to calls, we're strengthening relationships, modernizing our technology, and we're developing leaders at every level of the organization. Policing today requires adaptability. That means investing in training, expanding community engagement, ensuring that our command structure supports growth and innovation. I'm positioning the department to meet current challenges while preparing for what's ahead. At the end of the day, our mission at the PD is simple. Every decision we make is grounded in protecting our community, supporting our officers, and building trust that lasts beyond any single initiative or interaction with officers of the Hackensack Police Department. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you. Anyone else wishing to speak on any agenda item? Okay, see, okay. Okay. No, when we get to any of the, motion to close to the public.
I'll make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, thank you. All right, so moving on to ordinance for second reading, resolution 57-26.
Final adoption of ordinance 3/2026, an ordinance to amend chapter 32 of the Code of the City of Hackensack Police Department to abolish the position of police director and restore the powers to the chief of police.
Okay, thank you. Any member of the public wishing to speak on this ordinance and this ordinance only, can we have a motion to open to the public?
I'll offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any member of the public wishing to speak on this ordinance? Seeing none, motion to close to the public.
I'll make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay. Motion to adopt resolution 57-26.
Deputy Mayor Toomey? Oh, you need a motion.
Need a motion, yeah.
Before my questions.
Sure, do you want to ask? Yeah. So let's get the, I think we need the motion, sorry, Robert's Rules question.
Right.
Motion
Motion
first
second.
and then, motion second, and then we can have discussion.
Yes.
Okay, great.
Okay.
So motion to adopt resolution 57-26.
I'll make a motion.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
To that, I'm sorry, just, sorry, pause on that. Discussion.
Right, and then you have to.
Let's do that over. Let's keep it clean. Yep, I caught myself, I got it. All right, so we had a motion, we had a second. Any discussion on resolution 57-26? Any got a question?
Yes,
Yeah.
I have a question. First, I'd like to say to Chief Antista and the entire Hackensack Police Department, thank you for your service. I just have a question on the captain that you want to add. Currently, you have 4 captains, and you want to add a 5th captain. You submitted a table of organization. Just wanted to know where exactly would that new captain go?
Well, let's just start off that, we're the largest PD in the county. The most officers, biggest population. We police the most diverse area, and our calls for service are up almost 20% since 2019. And even with that, our command structure was lowered in that time frame. At one point, we had 2 deputy chiefs and up to 9 captains. While there's no need for 9 captains, what I'm looking for is accountability and proper span of control. Right now, I have 4 captains that oversee numerous divisions, units, offices within the police department. And my goal is to realign those divisions to have a better span of control. We have issues such as dealing with our evidence, increased attention to Oprah and body-worn cameras. So all those focus points need, in my opinion, for accountability and better span of control, oversight and accountability. So my goal is to take our 4 captains and give them, and realign all our offices and units so that they're aligned more properly. So I could have better, executive leadership and executive oversight over those positions. Like I said, this is a growing police department. This is a police department that is progressing with the future of policing, and having this command staff in place will prepare us for what is going on in the current and in the future of the Hackensack Police Department with our city.
So basically, I see that some of these captains, some have 3, I would guess you would say divisions or departments, and some have like 4. So you basically just take that captain and maybe take 1 or 2 departments and give to that person.
Correct, for
So
proper
that the-
command, proper
it's not
span of control,
overwhelmed.
not overwhelmed,
Got it.
so that there's more accountability and more oversight, so that we're doing the right thing, and not like we aren't, but it's all part of the progression and having better executive leadership.
Okay. And all these positions you promote within?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else from the council? Oh, but hold on, Chief. Sorry, just in case. Anyone else from the council have any other questions for the chief?
Yes, Mayor, I just have a question, Chief Antista. First and foremost, we continue to be, our main priority, or one of our main priorities continue to be, safety for the city of Hackensack, okay? So we are very happy that you were able to present that restructuring, Chief Antista. My question is, very simple. Did you have the opportunity to establish like a benchmarking compared to some municipalities in Hackensack, in our county and other counties around the state to see our city, all the cities that are in our same size, if they kind of have a similar structure that to what you planning implementing?
Councilman, yes, I had proposed that late last year, that I had given into the city manager's office. And I could just give you an example, like a town like Fort Lee, I think they have 99 officers. They have 3 deputy chiefs and multiple captains. So we are in line, if not, we're a little lower than what other police departments have throughout the county. So that's my goal, is to create a benchmark and also to bring us in line with the number of officers that we have, with the city that we police, and to make sure that we are providing the best service possible for our community.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Just one more thing. With the table of organization that we received, you had, I had asked for the description on each, and you had provided that. Would you be able to put it all together, revise the table, and just give us another copy?
I sure will.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anyone else have a question, Chief? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Chief Antista.
Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, so there was a motion, there was a second. I kept track. Thank you. If you can have a roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor Toomey,
Aye.
Councilwoman Clark Collins,
Aye.
Councilman Carroll,
Aye.
Councilman Diaz,
Aye.
Mayor Gaines.
Aye.
Be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Hackensack, County of Bergen, and the State of New Jersey that Ordinance 3/2026 has passed its second and final reading and is hereby adopted.
Thank you. Resolution 58-26.
Introduction of Ordinance 4/2026, an ordinance amending Chapter 45A, Affordable Housing, Part 2 General Legislation of the Code of the City of Hackensack to address the requirements of the Fair Share Housing Act as amended and the Uniform Housing Affordability Controls as amended regarding compliance with the city's affordable housing obligations.
Thank you. Can I have a motion?
I'll offer.
I'll second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor Toomey,
Aye.
Councilwoman Clark Collins,
Aye.
Councilman Carroll,
Aye.
Councilman Diaz,
Aye.
Mayor Gaines.
Aye.
Be it resolved that the above ordinance, being ordinance 4/2026, as introduced, does now pass its first reading, and said ordinance shall be considered for final passage at a meeting to be held on March 3rd, 2026, at 5:30 p.m., or as soon as thereafter, as the matter can be reached at the regular meeting place of the City Council, and at such time and place all persons interested be given an opportunity to be heard concerning said ordinance, and that the clerk be and he is hereby authorized and directed to publish said ordinance according to law with a notice of its introduction and passage on the first reading and the time and place when and where said ordinance will be further considered for final passage.
Thank you. Moving on to the consent agenda. Does anyone have any conflicts or anything to do pull? No? Okay. Okay, can I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda? Oh, wait, I'm sorry.
Want me to read it?
Yes, Allison, thank you.
Consent agenda consists of resolution authorizing payment of bills, resolution authorizing tax refunds, resolution authorizing the acceptance of State of New Jersey State Fiscal Year 2026 Safe and Secure Communities Grant, resolution authorizing the submission of grant proposal to the New Jersey Department of Community Affairs Fiscal Year 26 Local Recreation Improvement Grant Program for Baldwin Park, resolution awarding contract to Boswell Engineering for LSRP services for Fire Headquarters Remediation Project. Resolution awarding contract to Boswell Engineering for Green Street Combined Sewer Overflow Pump Station Survey and Analysis. Resolution awarding contract to Boswell Engineering for LSRP services for Johnson Park RCA required testing. Resolution awarding contract to Remington and Vernick Engineers for engineering construction management services for CDBG funded Union Street road improvements. Resolution awarding change order number 2 final to DS Meyer Enterprises for City Parking Lot A Atlantic Street garage improvements. Resolution correcting Resolution 38225, adopting a prototypical deferred compensation plan. Resolution awarding co-op contract for the purchase of 3 Bobcat utility work vehicles. Resolution authorizing release of performance bond and escrow for 95 Anderson Street. Resolution determining the form and other details of not exceeding $14.5 million general obligation bonds, Series 2026 of the City of Hackensack, and providing for their sale to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and the State of New Jersey pursuant to the State Fiscal Year 2026 New Jersey Water Bank Financing Program in connection with Project Anderson Street Drainage Project. Resolution authorizing the execution and delivery of loan agreements to be executed by the City of Hackensack and each of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and State of New Jersey, acting by and through the Department of Environmental Protection, further authorizing the execution and delivery of an escrow agreement, all pursuant to the State Fiscal Year 2026 New Jersey Water Bank Financing Program in connection with the Anderson Street Drainage Project. Resolution determining the form and other details of not exceeding $3,050,000 general obligation bonds, Series 2026 of the City of Hackensack, and providing for their sale to the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and the State of New Jersey pursuant to the State Fiscal Year 2026 New Jersey Water Bank Financing Program in connection with the Sanitary Sewer Improvement Project. And resolution authorizing execution and delivery of loan agreements to be executed by the City of Hackensack and each of the New Jersey Infrastructure Bank and State of New Jersey, acting by and through the Department of Environmental Protection, and further authorizing the execution and delivery of an escrow agreement, all pursuant to the State Fiscal Year 2026 New Jersey Water Bank Financing Program in connection with the Sanitary Sewer Improvement Project.
Thank you, Allison. Can I have a motion, please?
I'll offer.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Deputy Mayor Toomey,
Aye.
Councilwoman Clark Collins,
Aye.
Councilman Carroll,
Aye.
Councilman Diaz,
Aye.
Mayor Gaines.
Aye. Okay. All right, so we are moving on to our final public comment of the evening. Again, this is on anything that folks want to discuss. Just as a reminder, because there are some new faces here, I am going to keep time for you. We have gotten rid of the draconian clock that used to be up there, so I will keep time for you. Once you get to the 3-minute mark, I will ask you to bring your comment to a close. I will ask you very politely. I will ask that you very politely oblige. And can I have a motion to open to the public?
I'll offer.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Any member from the public wishing to speak, please come forward and state your name and municipality. Thank you.
Good evening, Mayor Gaines. Good evening, Council.
Good evening.
Happy 2026, since I haven't seen you guys since then. So my name is Marlene Somerville. I'm here to give the update for the first quarter for TANEC, which is the Teterboro Aircraft Noise Abatement Advisory Committee. So TANEC met on January 21st for our first meeting of the year. We discussed what was on the agenda from October, which was the update from the FAA. So the FAA attended the meeting in January and gave the understanding that they will be proceeding with doing the noise abatement procedures that we had done started under the prior council. So the start date was supposed to be January the 19th, but due to some updates to the technology of the aircraft, they asked us to delay that until the 19th of February. So on the 19th of February, they will be starting the process for asking the airlines and the pilots to use the alternate route, right? So that is only one of 4 alternate routes. The idea and the concept is to come in over Route 17, offset it over the water, then kind of swing back because the pilots prefer a straight landing into the airport instead of a curved landing into the airport. So we will be doing the initial implementation of that. Couple of updates for you, right? There will be some airport construction that is undergoing at Teterboro Airport. So note that it will starting in January and it will conclude in July of 2026. So there will be some significant updates there. Be known that FIFA is coming to New Jersey, right? So there will be some uptick in the traffic that is coming in and out of Teterboro Airport. So the expectation is that due to FIFA, that there may be some increase in the complaints about the noise. We asked for a schedule of the incoming and outgoing flights, based on the expectations. We don't have that yet, but I will follow up with Gabe and the Teterboro Authority to see if we can get a schedule. If so, at some time, I'll send it along to Mr. Hoffman and Allison so they can share it with the council. The other part of the update is, let me get here. So again, runway 19 is adding some redesigning. There'll be a straight segment, right, on the flight path. That is the expectation, again, to reduce the noise on runway 19. For runway 24, they will be asking the pilots to use runway 24 for most of the departures that's going. Currently, the complaint is that they use runway 6 at night, and that creates much more significant noise because it goes over Hackensack when they are departing. And the last part of the update is that for Hackensack, there is I think I'd spoken to you initially back when we had met in October, that we had sent in the information to New York, the city of New York, under the quality of life assessment about the noise complaint. We had also sent it to the update to the governor of New Jersey. I think we were reaching in Representative Gottheimer's office, but I didn't get any feedback on that, so I'm not sure if we were able to have it.
I've spoken to Cole, who's his staffer, and so Congressman Gottheimer is going to, I believe, have a meeting scheduled where he's supposed to be in contact with the FAA with us in terms of that. So his office is aware of it.
So it's in progress?
It's in progress, yeah.
Okay.
But that contact's been made.
So that is the last part of that. So I did ask Teterboro Noise Abatement Authority representative if at some point in time, once we have settled into the first quarter, to have them come before you guys just to have a meeting. Once Sherry can do an introduction of who she is, and then we can give the council an opportunity to ask any questions if they have anything about the process, the procedures, and what is ongoing. So my expectation is probably sometime in Q2.
Okay.
Once everything is settled in, we will set up a meeting with that. But beyond that, is there any questions for me, any concerns, any
Thank you.
additional update that you guys may need?
I think that's it for now, but thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Thank you, Ms. Somerville.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much.
Thank you.
Good evening, council members. My name is Colin DeLibro, and I reside at 403 Prospect Avenue, apartment 13B. I am here to request that our building be added to the residential parking permit program under section 170-71E, consistent with ordinance number 57-2021, which granted eligibility to 406 Prospect Avenue, the apartment building directly across the street from mine. Our building has limited on-site parking, and residents rely heavily on street parking in the surrounded area. Just as the council recognized 406 Prospect Avenue's circumstances, I feel that our building meets the same conditions. Through my own walk around my apartment complex, I just want to share some data with the council. So in my apartment complex, I counted about 40 units for residents to reside in. So if we assume that a unit has 2 working adults, each with a vehicle to go to and from work, that would be 2 cars per unit, so a total of 80 vehicles. Also, by my walk around the unit, I identified 53 available spots for vehicles to be parked, including garage and on-site surface lot parking. I would like to note that some of the garage spaces are currently being used for landlord storage, as well as garbage storage with dumpster like spaces, as well as non-tenant or former tenant belonging or car storage, which I've recognized as something that occurs in my apartment complex where tenants may move out and the landlord will allow for belongings to be stored or cars. And that's about 27 vehicles by my calculations needing street parking in the same location as 406 Prospect Avenue. And that is a conservative estimate of 27 vehicles that would have a definite need for street parking based on the conditions of my apartment complex. I have also submitted a written request with the supporting information, and I'm happy to provide any additional documentation if needed. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you. It's Colin, right?
Yes.
Colin, can you just, I know that you said that you sent an email. Can you just give your information to right behind you over your left shoulder? Monica, if you can just provide that information there. Thank you. Monica's in the city manager's office. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you,
Colin.
Have a good night.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Sylvia Hughes. I reside at 395 DeWolf Place in Hackensack. I've been a resident of that address for over 30 years, and I've watched the traffic change on that street. There was a resolution at one time for permit parking for DeWolf Place, and I don't know what's happened. I thought it was going to be brought up again in January, but nothing has occurred. This last snowstorm, I watched a car with 3 different people who live on Prospect Avenue drive down to my street. All 3 of them got out. They had 2 other cars that they parked on that street. On the corner of Prospect and Passaic Street, they have a parking lot, but they have to pay for that parking. So the residents from that street, from Prospect Avenue, come down to DeWolf Place and they park, 2 and 3 of them. So we have no place to park. Yes, some of us have driveways, but they have options. They can rent a space. We don't have an option. We only have our driveway and in front of our homes. So there's 3 people that drive in my house, my granddaughter, my son-in-law, and her daughter, and my son-in-law and my daughter. The two cars, once they're parked, my granddaughter has to drive around and around to find a parking space because of the people on Prospect Avenue. I think at this point we need to revisit parking permits for DeWolf Place, and I would appreciate that being done and hearing about how that goes in the future.
Ms. Hughes,
Yes.
I'm going to provide you some instant gratification. We did approve of that ordinance for the amendment to the parking sticker ordinance. I don't remember exactly when, but I think it was maybe early January.
I know that I was
Early
told that would
January
be
or
in
so.
January, but I had not heard anything.
So that was done.
Okay.
In terms of whether that was communicated to the residents of that
No.
area, whether that was, so what I'm going to do, and our manager isn't here, but what I'm gonna ask is, Monica from the manager's office is here and she's taking notes. So if that hasn't been communicated or if that's not yet being enforced, I know that once we pass an ordinance, there is a period of time by which we have to wait before the ordinance is actually in effect.
Yes.
But we did take the action, and so
Okay.
that it's coming very imminently.
Great. And the signs
so-
will go up?
So in terms of the actual logistics, I'm going to say that's slightly above our pay grade, but
Okay.
but Monica from the manager's office is here. She'll make a note of it, and we'll make sure that it gets properly communicated.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
You're okay.
Hello, Mayor and City Council. Randy Glover, Hackensack, Executive Director of All Access Community Development Corporation. Before I start, I would just like to say that myself and HackPack were pleased to present Matthew Whitaker here in the park when we were doing concerts when he was about 14 or 15 years old. At that time, it was myself, Greg Leosi, and Frank, who's in the back there. We were presenting performances basically of people who live in Hackensack, and at the same time giving $1,000 scholarships to high school students from Hackensack. Hopefully we can start to do that again. Okay, so that's that. I'm speaking this evening about a program that I started in partnership with Paula's Restaurant on Main Street. So what we've been doing is the senior community food table, where we're charging $7 for a meal for seniors, 55 and over, and people with disabilities. We started with the MLK Center, which we have almost 100% compliance there. We're going to the United Center, and then we also are in the Hackensack seniors housing facilities, right? So what we're hoping is that the city comes aboard and helps spread the word that this is what we're doing. Last week, or this past week, they had a choice of turkey wings, beef ribs, and then the other week they had chicken wings, mac and cheese, and collard greens. This coming week, we're offering them oxtails, peas and rice, and sweet plantains, and then a couple of other choices. I have some flyers here, both in English and Spanish, for everyone. I'm gonna give them to Allison. Hopefully the city will join us with this program. As you know, during COVID, our small little ragtag team distributed 50,000 meals a month here in Hackensack, and we're all seniors helping the city. So let's work together. Let's make it happen. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Rich Serbo, 46 Spring Valley Ave. And, I just want to get in on honoring the African Americans that you started with, but there's so many more. There were many, many people that should be mentioned in Hackensack, okay? But the few you mentioned are wonderful. Mayor Towns, love him, okay? And you mentioned Councilman Leverett. I remember that. I was a teenager. I remember him. And there are many others not mentioned. So maybe we could get back around to that one day and mention a heck of a lot more people in town that made Hackensack happening. It really is a special place for them too. So, and lastly, I just want to mention that years ago, I think it was in the 70s now, I get my timelines messed up, but it was in the early 70s, and he passed away today. Jesse Jackson spoke at Hackensack High School on the football field, and the place was packed. And I tell you, one thing I can say about Jesse is he made sense. Jesse made sense. And I enjoyed listening to him. He ran for president twice. I voted for him. And I just wanted to mention him. I heard he passed today, 84 years old. Rest in peace, Jesse Jackson. And like I say, all the others that should be mentioned around town. And even yourself now. You're on the list too, Mayor Gaines. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Serbo. Thank you. And I speak at Hackensack High School regularly, too. So thank you. Thank you. Anyone else from the public? Yeah, I'm going to ask you just to make it a quickie, though. Just go ahead.
5 seconds.
Go ahead.
We had initially come before to ask about the Open Space Trust Fund. Did we have any resolution on that yet?
The question was about whether or not that can be used for the...
For the upgrade activities as part of the Environmental Commission, like say the triangles, could we use anything from the funding to do the maintenance upkeep for the
Absolutely.
triangles, right?
Yeah, that's something that falls within the purview of open space.
And then we had already had it for the ERI, wasn't sure, we didn't get the feedback on that because you guys were still doing some deep
So
dive.
I believe we actually, do you want to answer that? Or do you-
I don't remember what we came up with on that, Mayor. I know that you had directed me to look into that. Do you recall?
My recollection is that it could be used for the ERI. That was my recollection.
I'll confirm it for
But
you.
I know that was I think over the summer. It was a little bit ago. But
Yeah,
I know that we
that's
did
what I said. It's
ask,
been
and
a
there
while.
was an answer on that. So let's just be safe. I know that our attorney has looked into that. He did provide an answer, but that was a few months ago.
Correct.
So let's put a pin in that, and we'll give you a definitive answer at the next meeting.
Okay, Ms. Toomey, Councilperson Toomey is on our committee, so
okay.
if anything, she can bring the resolution to us at our next meeting.
Perfect.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mayor. I'll circle back on that.
You got it. Anyone else from the public? Anyone else from the public? Seeing none, motion to close the public.
I'll
Second.
second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Okay, Deputy Mayor.
Okay. Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming out on this spring-like day, finally. We welcome the heat wave today. So, I'd like to start by thanking Marlene for the update on the TANC. That's always welcome. I'd like to thank Chief Antista for bringing us up to date and to make us let us be aware of how things work within the department to make it better. We certainly welcome that, especially since our city is growing, and there's so many more people coming into our city because of all the buildings that have gone up, not through us, by the way. So thank you again. Additionally, I'd like to offer congratulations to everyone who is here this evening and was recognized through a proclamation. It's always a privilege to formally acknowledge the accomplishments, contributions, and milestones of members of our community. Celebrating these moments reminds us of the strength, dedication, and spirit that make our community such a special place. Thank you again for being here, for staying engaged, and for continuing to contribute to the betterment of our community.
Thank you. Councilwoman.
Again, congratulations to Matthew Whitaker. And I just want to say, as your city councilwoman, I want to personally encourage everyone to come out and support the wonderful events happening throughout our community this February. These gatherings are more than just dates on a calendar. They are opportunities to connect with neighbors, celebrate local achievements, and strengthen the heart of our city. We recently celebrated the grand opening of 2 fantastic new restaurants on Main Street, the Mr. Waffles, at 75 Main Street, and Guac Time at 221 Main Street. Their investment in our downtown is a sign of continued growth and confidence in our community. When we choose to dine locally, we support small business owners and their families, help create local jobs, keep tax dollars circulating within our city, strengthen Main Street's vitality and economic development, show future businesses that our community is welcoming and supportive. Our presence at grand openings and community events sends a powerful message. We believe in our city and in each other. I encourage you to mark your calendars, attend upcoming February events, and make a point to visit our newest Main Street restaurants, whether it's lunch with friends, a family dinner, or a quick stop to check them out. Support makes a real difference. Let's not also forget that in celebration of Black History Month, the Recreation Center will be hosting a luncheon on Thursday, February 26th from 11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. This event is free to everyone 18 and older, but you must have a ticket to get in. So tickets are available now by calling the Rec Center. Let's continue building a strong, vibrant community together. And as always, thank you for coming and get home safe.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Carroll.
Good evening. Chief Antista, thank you for explaining that table of organization. Nothing's changed. Keep up the good work to you, the police department. Mr. Towns, congratulations. Thank you for accepting that proclamation on behalf of everyone. Again, you're a pillar of our community. Love to see you here all the time. Mr. Glover, keep up the good work. I see you on Facebook. I haven't made it down for lunch yet, but I will. It's on my list. So thank you all for coming out. That's it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you. Councilman Diaz.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. I have some things to say tonight. So I want to take a moment to celebrate a few things that make Hackensack truly special. First, I want to mention that I think it was Thursday last week, Mayor. Yes. Mayor Gaines and I had the opportunity to participate at the observance of Ramadan event. It was quite an experience. It was my first. I don't know if it's yours too. It was great. Okay. Also, a huge congratulations to our own Matthew Whitaker, a proud Hackensack native and now Grammy Award winner. Matthew, your talent, discipline, and heart represent the very best of our city. You've shown our young people that greatness can start right here at home. As we continue celebrating Black History Month, we honor the generations of Black leaders, educators, artists, and families whose contributions have shaped Hackensack and the nation. Their resilience, excellence, and leadership are part of our shared story. I don't want to leave here tonight without saying thank you again, Chief Antista. You're doing the right thing. Congratulations. And as we recognize the independence of the Dominican Republic, I stand here especially proud as the first Dominican elected to serve as councilman in Hackensack. It is an honor that belongs not just to me, but to every family that believes in opportunity, hard work, and community. So all the Dominican friends that are here tonight, this is for you, okay? And by the way, we were supposed to celebrate the Dominican independence on February 27 with the Dominican flag raising, and then an event, special event at night, but we had some schedule conflict. But we're going to celebrate. When? We're gonna do it on August 16th. So mark that date on your calendar, because we're gonna have a Dominican flag raising, and then we're gonna have an event in the evening with folkloric dancing, food, etc. So be prepared for that, okay? Finally, I also want to thank my fellow council members for the proclamation. and for your continued partnership. And to everyone here tonight, thank you for showing up, staying engaged as usual, and being part of our civic life of our city. That's what happens, what keeps Hackensack strong. Thank you so much. Have a good one.
I just want to mention that today, actually, from the Bergen County Board of Commissioners, they are having a Dominican Republic Independence Day on Thursday, February 26th at 5:30 p.m. at the Conference Center at 2 Bergen County Plaza. So I don't know if maybe we can put this in the newsletter for you, but they are having something in celebration of Dominican Republic Independence Day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman.
Thank you. So, once again, as the councilman said, we went to a Ramadan celebration on Thursday. It was wonderful, great community event. And in fact, what was very significant about that, the councilwoman just mentioned the county having an event. This, I think, was the third or fourth time they had done this event in Hackensack, and it had always been a county event. But this was the first time they had enough participants for it to be a Hackensack-centric event, and the attendance was just the same as it was when it was a county-wide event. So it's an event that's growing. It was at the Hack Pack, and it was a wonderful time there last week. Once again, I just want to highlight and echo some things some of my colleagues have said. Mr. Waffles, delicious. Guac time, delicious. And Phil will attest to guac time. We both had the same meal, and it was absolutely delicious. And truly, you know, as the councilwoman said, you know, when you are supporting these businesses, you're not just supporting the businesses, you're also supporting a lot of our residents who are working in these businesses. So keeping them alive and sustained is important for many times our young kids and recent college graduates who are working in their first and second jobs. This is wonderful, and it's important for us to show as a community that we support them. And the food is also delicious, so it's a win-win for everyone. I don't want to be too redundant, but what I do want to say is, you know, particularly at this meeting where we had Matthew Whitaker, Black History Month, Dominican American Independence, there is such a vibrancy to this community that has always existed. Hackensack is a first destination for many people who come to this country. Our deputy mayor herself is an immigrant. We have Roberto is Councilman Diaz, first Dominican councilman. I'm the second Black mayor of Hackensack, and this is a community that celebrates the richness of everyone. And that's why we try and go to as many events as we can, as many cultural events as we can. We try and celebrate everyone. If there is something that we have missed, please let us know, and don't be shy about being proactive about it. People reach out to the clerk's office and just flag for us that something's coming up, just to make sure. In fact, Ms. Somerville did that with something a couple of months ago. So please just keep us in the loop. We want to make sure that everyone within our city limits knows that they are valuable and that they have something to contribute, as they always have. That's the story of Hackensack. That's nothing new. So with that being said, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
A motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Any abstentions? Thank you.